Well, from WWE straight to Hollywood, he served the industry with great content, and of course, giving us some good memories to talk about. Well, this time around, things really look very gory for the actor and Hall of Famer, none other than Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did you know that he has some issues with his heart? Well, just in case you didn't know, I'm here to tell you about it. This is the literature of Pinax News. For more news, do log on to pinaxnews.com. Let's get ourselves abreast with the latest from the world of art entertainment. Well, do well to also like our platform because we've got great content for you. Now, Hall of Famer and, of course, Hollywood's finest, you can talk about, who's giving us a lot of memories and movies to talk about from the likes of Terminator, Commando, and all of that. So he's a seasoned actor that most people do revere in the Hollywood industry and across, almost all industries. Now, he is in a very serious crisis that has to do with, his health implications. This time, dude says he suffered some heart surgeries, and there are times that he apparently didn't really focus or pay attention to his health. Not long ago, we did bring you a report about Simon Cowell, who also said similar thing about his mental state and health. Well, I've always been an advocate. I know that people really should pay attention to their mental health before it goes very sad. This time, let's take a listen at Arnold Schwarzenegger. But before we go listen to his heart surgery, complication, a video has been trended on social media which sees him and some, I don't want to describe, quite some midgets, in a very friendly beatings. People say he was beaten, but let's just check. Let's check that video out before we come back and see exactly what he has been talking about when it has to do with his heart surgery. Take a look at this first.
10, 11, 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yes, now after this, people will have started asking questions. Is this what they do professionally? Well, according to him, he said there are times, or there have been times where his health have been, have pushed him to a certain limit, but he apparently didn't really consider his health because he was very active and was gaining the fame and all of that. So his health really was of importance to him. Well, he revealed so much in this report. Let's take a listen at this first.
I was like really freaking out. I mean, I woke up all of a sudden and the doctors were sitting in front of me and saying, "I'm so sorry," but unlike what we remember when I had my open heart surgery, the third one, which was just a few years ago, just before we started Terminator 6. And I was like really freaking out. I mean, I woke up all of a sudden and the doctors were sitting in front of me and saying, "I'm so sorry," but unlike what we planned, which was non-invasive surgery, to just go through the growings up to the heart and replace the valve. We made a mistake and poked through the heart wall, and therefore we had to kind of get internal bleeding and we had to open me up very quickly and to save your life. I said, well, great, this is really great news. I mean, Jesus. So anyway, the bottom line is, that you cannot roll the clock back. It's a disaster. I was in the middle of a disaster. So now it's how do I get out of it? So you have to shift gears. You collect yourself, shift gears and say, okay, what I need to do now is I got to get out of this hospital, number one. How do I get out of the hospital is, okay, by getting out of bed and start walking. Start walking. First 10 steps, then over sit down around the nurse's station, and then long and long. And then I called my buddies in and I said, you guys have to fire me up. You have to count the amount of steps that I'm doing. And so this is what we did every day. Everyone came in there to the hospital. And they said, okay, Arnold, get up now. Let's go and walk the hallway. So I'm walking down the hallway. Oh, you're doing really well. You're doing well. I knew I was not doing well. I looked like an idiot, wobbling around to the hallway. But I mean, the bottom line was I was getting going. And because the doctor said, you have to exercise your lungs because if you get pneumonia, you can die. So I wanted to get really going with the exercise, get out of the hospital as quickly as possible, and then get going with the training again. Because I had 3 months later, I started with Terminator 6. So I had to be in shape. I had to be able to move around and run around, lift things up, do the fight scenes, and all of this kind of thing. So we did it because I had a positive attitude. I knew exactly how I'm going to get there. I had the support system because none of this we can do by ourselves. I had a whole support.
This is not the first time we've had, such a prolific personality come out to speak about either his or her health. The likes of Hulk Hogan, some time back, came out saying, talking about his health issues and complications. Not long ago, we also brought you a cyber report about WWE Hall of Famer, well, not so Hall of Famer, but wrestler Brain Wyatt. So unfortunately, passed some weeks back following some cardiac doctors' reports claiming that he had some very, very serious, operations, done. And we all thought he was going to come back, but he eventually didn't. So it's been some kind of scary, thing that has been happening lately when it comes to Hollywood and certain personalities that, we always want them to live longer, but it's as a result of their own, indiscipline when it has to do with checking their health or mental state. Well, the likes of Simon Cowell, I've told you, came out saying that he also didn't pay attention to his mental health until the COVID-19 pandemic struck, and he had his fair share of suffering or battling with the mental health. And of course, now we have one of the most revered actors in Hollywood, Arnold Schwarzenegger, giving us a bit about himself and how his struggle with his mental health. Well, let's check out the video again where he was having some moment with I don't know if it's his friend or they were pretty much on set fighting or something, but the video is still trending and it's very funny how the two acted it. So let's check the video out once again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
Yeah, so interesting times. Now, when I did see this video, I felt like that he was being handicapped or handcuffed or something, and this person is just giving a punctual, something at him. But it turns out that it's a video that's current, and so he's still on set doing some shoot and all of that. And so it's not at the to say that he is sick and so he can't, still be active or acting or something. So he put out this video, on his Instagram page to let fans know that he's still active, he's still back live, and still very, very in good shape. But however, what really is is very critical is the fact that he's still been battling with his heart issues, his heart surgery, and all of that. And so, as and when we do hear any details about Arnold Schwarzenegger, we will bring to your notice. Well, it has been a pleasure, and as always, thanks for watching.